Alright guys, there it is! Our Honda Civic Type R, which is about 90% finished. Yes, you heard right, it's 90% done. In this episode, in this vlog, we're going to do something very important, namely replacing the windshield. When I say we, I really mean I won't do anything. If all goes well, 2 professionals will replace the windshield. Our windshield is still broken. Most people who see this damage immediately ask themselves, is the passenger who was in the car okay? But it wasn't the passenger who broke the windshield. It was the dashboard airbag. In some cases, when the dashboard airbag deploys, the windshield also breaks. And that's also the case with us. This car has turned out so great. It's about 90% completely finished. And there are still a few things, of course. A WOK notification, which is very important. After a WOK notification, it always has to be approved. A broken windshield obviously won't work. Look at what a beauty this thing has become. You can see that it's pretty much damage-free. Of course, you can see a slight color difference between the bumper and the side panel. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. We ordered the front bumper in color from the dealer, and this is what you get. For a better result, it needs to be painted. But it turned out to be an amazing thing. I can't wait to drive it, and inside as well, it's super unique. I want to thank our partners so much already for helping with this. Of course, CM Customs, who transferred the seatbelts for us, and of course upholstered our steering wheel. Really awesome. And they also made us a keychain that matches the interior of the Honda. This keychain was made by Vibes. Guys, super cool. And as you know, CM Customs and Vibes have joined forces, becoming a super cool company that made the steering wheel for us. So awesome. Of course, we also want to thank Vivaldi a lot for aligning our car. Our alignment is really great now. And thanks to Vrolijk Schadeherstel for fixing the Honda, we'll say goodbye to this project soon, once it's finished. So if you want to buy it, send us a direct message. And who knows, you might become the new owner of this car once it's approved. You've watched the full restoration on YouTube and can see it was done professionally. That's why our cars are usually in top condition, because you can clearly see how it was restored, who we needed for it, and how it was restored. Guys, this thing looks great. I also checked the brakes and made sure everything's freshly painted. Look how nice it looks. The brakes on this 5R are unbelievably big. If I put them next to our A540 or our Lamborghini Gallardo at the front, they're almost just as big. But I can't wait for this project to almost succeed. Of course, we still have 2 things left, the inspection warning and the windshield. And this will be taken care of today. However, we still have to go to the company, once to adjust all the lasers that are in our windshield. As you know, this type of car has a lot of lasers. Both for keeping distance from the car in front of you, things like that, and that needs to be recalibrated or adjusted when you replace a windshield. So when you drive this thing, guys, it feels like such a unique car. But when you look at the windshield, you're just not happy with those bars in it. We're fixing that today. We've never replaced a windshield before, so I'll just watch. It must be done properly to avoid car leaks. The people arriving now specialize in windshield replacement. In all windows, I think. Side windows, windshields, rear windows. It doesn't matter. If it's a window, they can handle it. So that's super nice. I'm going to put the car inside. I'll wait until they arrive. I hope I can film it. I haven't asked yet, but if I can, I'll bring you along. What a sight, guys. Rear view camera. The guys are busy and prefer not to be filmed. I respect that. They also don't want the companies to be mentioned, so I have to respect that as well. You won't see much footage of the replacement process. I can say it's a lot of work, especially inside. All the sensors and equipment, like distance sensors, are attached to your windshield. So they've taken all of that apart, and the rearview mirror is also attached to it. So yeah, the guys are working hard, tearing things down, trim pieces popping off, but one thing they know for sure, it's all going to be fine. Soon we'll have a damage-free windshield, which is what matters. That will help us pass the inspection. The guys have only worked for 20 minutes, and the windshield is already removed. Guys, this is really something else, huh? A car without a windshield. I have complete confidence that it will be fine. Let's just check our chassis number. Check. Yes, that's all good. I think they're going to remove all of this in those glue residues. Of course, I've seen this kind of thing on YouTube as well. How this works. Remove glue residue and reapply primer. We did it ourselves once. For our Lamborghini project, we replaced a side window. Of course, that's different from a front window. But still, yeah, that adhesive, we do know it, of course, also from the AMI. This looks really good, guys. Yes, guys. The car's inside on the lift because we need to finish the details. We have an appointment, guys, believe it or not. We're heading to the Rijksdienst voor het Wegverkeer soon, so this car must be completely ready. If at the Rijksdienst voor het Wegverkeer they only check the damage and repairs, they'll put it on the bench and measure the points. And once we've been to the Rijksdienst voor het Wegverkeer, we'll go straight to the inspection center we always go to, where it'll get its inspection right away. And we actually want to get that done in one day. So now we still have one thing left to do, which is to repair the wiring of the fog lamp. It's completely torn off. The plug is off, and we're going to solder it back on now. We have it inside. It's a simple H8 plug, I think. We first remove the inner wheel arch liner, then solder the plug. And then we'll have a working right front fog light again. Those are kind of the finishing touches. I also know that our headlight washer isn't working because our hose isn't connected. Just a few small things left to do. So we're getting close, guys. We're almost done with this project. We're looking forward to being able to drive it soon, because we've had it sitting here for quite a while. Once the WOK notification is removed, we can just insure it. Maybe it still has a valid inspection. I'd say let's take the wheel off, remove the wheel arch, and can we solder this thing? Let's dot the I's. I'd say let's go. So you can see there is a line running upwards. And also for the sprinklers, the pipe runs like this. So we think it's not connected somewhere in between here. And yeah, I don't know if all of this is necessary for the Rijksdienst voor het Wegverkeer inspection. It all has to work, since we're doing the Ministry of Transport inspection. One way or another, it'll have to work. Just deliver the car in good condition to the Rijksdienst voor het Wegverkeer to ensure everything is fine. And that's here. And that's here, man. Yeah, if only this could be done with Bluetooth, right? Pipes connected, let's test it. Wow. Almost the whole room is wet. I climbed into the Honda to check if it responds. The parking sensors. And guys, So it turned on. And so look, now it only shows that we have 8 parking sensors. Look. And so it comes from the plug. That plug was repaired by Daniel. It seems it's not making good contact, since it works fine when he holds it differently. So now we're going to take the whole plug apart, put it back together with new parts, and then hopefully our problem will be solved. So I'll get back to you guys in a bit. But it's a good sign. All the sensors are fine. It's in the plug. We could have searched for a long time, but luckily we're starting at the beginning. And that's the plug, so we resoldered the plug. And in the worst case, if it doesn't work properly, we can replace the plug. Because we simply have plugs in stock, so we can basically just make a plug connection with 6. So yeah, or you just place this all the way. Believe me, these kinds of things are just done. Alright guys, nicely soldered. One is already taped, the other is already soldered. And I have to confess something to you. At the dealership, if I remember correctly, they asked for a repair... What? Repair plug? 55 euros excluding value-added tax for such a plug? And yeah, of course we just found it online for 4 euros, man. Made in China, but also Japan. I hope you understand, I didn't just suddenly buy an adapter at the dealer. Yeah, invisible text, Frank, better I have... Check. And do I hear a parking sensor now? Yes, do the dog. What are you indicating? Be clear. It's not showing any errors anymore. It's indicating at the back, on and at the front, left, rear, and front disc that we're standing there. Let's check the screen to see what happens when you walk in front. I'll raise it a bit. Yeah, but that's because it's so close to that wall, right? We're standing really close in front and to the left. That's why, guys. From now on, you can call us the Honda dealer. We'll just fix this. I am a little proud, honestly, secretly. So, 3 issues fixed in half an hour. Sprinkler your fault? No, it's because someone took the windows and didn't put them back, right? And that plug, yeah, our little soldering mistake. Fixed. And the fog lamp plug, that's in now. So it's beeping everywhere, man. In the back and in the front, too. It also shows something in the middle at the front. That support there. Yeah, the engine hoist is in the middle. Yeah, but anyway, so it's 2-0, 3-0 by now. Yeah, let's adjust the headlight height then. If I look at the door, we'll show it in a moment, you can see that the right front is actually a bit lower. And it's actually not that much of a difference, so you just need to manually adjust it up a bit and then it's perfectly fine. I think let's keep it done with that beep. Okay, you could still see in the footage that we reinstalled the battery box. There's no box around it anymore, we just found it in the trunk. But it was so long ago that we took that apart. Yeah, it's a good thing we got the parts with the car, otherwise... What we're going to do now is drive the car forward up to the front door. And then I'm going to show you the difference in headlight height between the right and left. And then we're actually going to adjust the headlight, or rather adjust the right headlight to match the left. And then it should be good, because we're assuming that the left headlight still has the correct position. And the accident happened on the right side, so we need to adjust it a little bit higher, so it's at the correct height again. This car's cold start sounds awesome! As you can see here, there's about a 7-centimeter difference in height. That's almost nothing. Here we go. Almost nothing. Well, here we go, guys. I'm curious to see if everything stays off. Just a short drive with the dashboard. But anyway, for now we only have a start-stop notification. I don't know what causes that. Maybe because the battery isn't properly charged. That it then says, guys, it needs to charge for a while for the start-stop system to work properly. No more parking sensor warnings, absolutely nothing. Creakiness. Because of the white body kit, how much creakiness does that cause, huh? Yeah, that's a downside of driving a white car. Looks great here, right? Yeah, amazing. So with that being said, next episode, Wokmelding. Are we going to see if it passes the Wokmelding at the Rijksdienst voor het wegverkeer? Did you enjoy this workshop vlog? Don't forget to subscribe and like. And let us know what you thought of this episode. I'll see you soon, ciao.